Danny Emmerman with San Francisco Standard here. What have these past few days been like for you personally, like from the draft to now?
It's been exciting. Obviously, kind of not sure where you're going one day, and then 3 days later you're getting ready to play games with them. So it's definitely exciting, and very thankful to be part of such a cool organisation. And having Andrew Bogut around, he's told me a lot. So yeah, luck of the dice, but I feel like I got pretty lucky.
What are some things that Bogut has told you about the Warriors organization?
Yeah, well, first thing he said, he loved the city here, loved his time here, likes to get back here, and then just head to toe, the organisation's committed to winning, and everything's trying to get better each year, and the way they play basketball is also very Australian, and I think he understands that, and when he played back in Sydney, he brought that kind of play style, so very exciting. I think it's going to be pretty easy to fit into that play style because that's how we like to play, but yeah, excited.
In what way is it Australian? Like, I've never heard that put it that way before.
I think the fact that we kind of pass the ball a bit more instead of like the ISO one-on-one stuff. So I think, yeah, Australians, a lot of the guys like Gideon Dyson coming in, it's very pass-first kind of play style. And sometimes that can go the other way and kind of got to be a bit more aggressive. But I think just looking at finding your teammates more and enjoying your teammates' success is a big part of Australian basketball. And then just being tough, being versatile, and being smart basketball players.
Hey, Alex. Dalton Johnson, NBC Sports Bay Area. To kind of keep that going, what's your relationship maybe with Taron Armstrong, and just what do you maybe know about his game as well?
Yeah, obviously competed with Taron this year and knew him before that. So, first of all, cool to see him get that two-way at the end of the year. That was definitely exciting. And then doing workouts here and seeing him around and like seeing how his body's changed and seeing how he's talked about how his shots improved, how he's just an all-round better basketball player. It's definitely cool to see that kind of progression as a player and a person. So excited to get into that side, but just be around Australians. I think it's always nice to have people from where you're from. So excited for that, and he's said nothing but great things.
How would you describe just the pre-draft process, going through the combine, all of that? And did you have an idea that the Warriors, their interest was this high in you?
I did a few workouts, and this is probably one of my worst ones. So when I got the call, I kind of felt like apologising and saying, like, I'm sorry about the workout, but thanks for doing your job earlier and researching and stuff. But, yeah, it was exciting, and coming from Australia, it's just cool to be in different cities and meet new people and get some free gear as well. It was pretty cool. So, yeah, enjoyed the process, and, yeah, I'm happy to be here.
How was the draft workout bad? I mean, you said it was one of your worst workouts. What went wrong?
I didn't shoot it very well, and then I probably just didn't play my best. But I mean, that's how it goes. You're gonna have good games, bad games. So I had a few more after that. But yeah, I was excited to get the call and definitely thankful.
I saw you were at the Valkyries game last night. I was wondering, did you get to meet Steph, or did you already meet Steph, or Pods, or kind of what was that night like?
Yeah, it was incredible. First of all, the atmosphere was unbelievable and kind of nothing I've ever been like before. So that was cool. And then sat next to Brandon, and that was super cool. He's such a great guy, and had some good conversations, and loves the city and loves the team, and spoke about his process and how he got to where he is. And then saw Steph on the big screen, which was pretty cool. But I'm sure I'll meet him in the next few days.
Alex, Sam Gordon, San Francisco Chronicle. Nice to meet you. Welcome to the Bay. What was the actual draft night? Like, were you back in Australia for that? And who were you watching with? How did that whole thing go?
So I was training in LA
Okay.
for the last few months with some other draft guys, and kind of went to our agent's house and chucked the TV on, and me and Lockie Ulbrich, the other Australian that was in the agency, just sat and watched as a group, and it was exciting, a lot of nerves, but I feel like we both got some good situations out of it.
And then Mike told us the other day, Mike Dunleavy mentioned that he had sent some scouts over to watch you play during the season. Do you remember that when Warriors scouts were there? Did they meet you at all? Like, when did you kind of first sense that the Warriors in particular were interested?
I think the scouts obviously do their job from early on, and I'm sure there's probably games and when I was much younger where I can't remember they were watching or probably didn't even see them, but I think the Blitz, there were definitely a few scouts there and played well, so knew there was going to be some interest, but I think just kind of looking at how I play and how different NBA teams play, I think it's probably one of the best fits possible, so I was excited, and yeah, when I got that call, it definitely made my day.
And then to kind of follow on what you just said from a fit standpoint, what do you like about the way your skill set fits with how the Warriors play?
Yeah, I think just being versatile. I think being able to play in big lineups, play in small lineups, and be able to set screens, play out the short roll, make shots, make actions, and yeah, find my teammates. So just excited.
Thank you.
Hey, Alex. Chris Elvers from ABC here in San Francisco. Obviously, you said your workout wasn't great, but how was the interview process that day? It must have gone well, right?
Yeah, I felt like I had a pretty good interview, and it's obviously pretty stressful, but after you do a few, it's just another conversation, and they don't want to make it too serious. They want to just hear what you're like and kind of get a sense of your personality. So felt like I was pretty comfortable being myself around them, and they all seem like great guys, and I'm just glad that they believed in me. So excited.
Across the board, maybe not with the Warriors, but when guys go through draft process, sometimes they get asked these really oddball questions in the draft process. What was the oddest question you were asked that kind of threw you for a loop?
Ooh, I got asked like what my teammates would say about me, and that's a pretty interesting one because like, obviously you got great relationships with your teammates, but like the Australian sense is like there's a bit of banter and like some things that we find funny, other people don't really find too funny. So I think I just had to kind of dull it down to just saying I'm a pretty funny teammate and someone that tries to make a joke now and then.
To kind of follow up on that, when you think about the fact that now you're a part of the Golden State Warriors, any players after 20 or so minutes of being drafted that you say, I want to ask them this, I want to pick this person's brain, I want to get to know this person as soon as I meet them because I need to understand this about the franchise? If so, who are those players?
I think the first ones that come to mind are obviously Steph and Draymond. They've been here for ages, and then I think Andrew Bogut as well, someone that was a part of those championships and kind of has that Australian glimpse and kind of how he sees things. So speaking to those guys, and then definitely excited to speak to Draymond about his journey, and obviously he was a second-round pick, but how he just found a way to influence the game, and he does so many things well, and obviously he's an elite defender, and I think that's kind of somewhere I can definitely look up to and learn a bunch of things from.
Do you see yourself as more of a 3 or a 4?
I think in the NBA today, they're pretty similar. I think either position I play, I think if I play the 3, I had that kind of being able to set screens, pick and pop, pick and roll, had that sense, and then playing at the 4, being able to take guys off the dribble and having that advantage and having a good handle on me. So I think a combination, I think it's just going to be every night you're going to be asked to do something different, so being able to fill both.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Will. What's just the last few days been like for you, just coming in here, and what has that been like?
It's been a surreal feeling. I mean, it's a blessing to be able to join this organization and be a part of it. So just spending time with the family, celebrating, and just getting ready for this next step.
And what's your first impression of the Warriors been, just as an organization?
It's been great. I mean, I've been watching them since I was a little kid, so it's definitely a blessing to be able to join them and be on the team. So just happy to be here.
Did you have a favorite player as a kid?
I did, Stephen Curry. I did.
How surreal is it to know that you're going to be on the same team as him?
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm definitely going to be watching him a lot, asking a lot of questions, try to learn as much as possible.
How you doing, Will? Sam Gordon, San Francisco Chronicle. Nice to meet you. Welcome to the Bay. You came in for a workout, correct?
I did.
What was that process like, getting to meet folks around here, and what was draft day like for you? Where did you watch the draft? Did you expect to get drafted? How did that all come together?
Yeah. The pre-draft workout was great. I mean, everybody in the organization was very welcoming. It was fun. I mean, being able to come out here and work out for the team. So it was fun. And then draft day, I went back home to Atlanta. Kept it tight, had just immediate family, some friends over. We were watching at the house, and we kind of knew the second round was where my night was going to start. So definitely just watching. But when we heard that Golden State was a team, I was very excited and was ready to get down here.
Yeah, and just how do you feel like your game fits, knowing the way the Warriors play, knowing the skills that you bring to the table?
Yeah, I think it fits perfectly. I mean, I'm a guy that can do a little bit of everything to help the team win. So whether that's spacing the floor, just guarding at a high level, rebounding, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to help us win.
Any trash talk with LJ from national championship game?
I kept it cool. I mean, he's a great player. I respect his game, so it's good to be on the same team with him.
Awesome. Nice to meet you.
Hey, Will, Dalton Johnson, NBC Sports Bay Area. Just what are you looking forward to the most with Summer League and just kind of seeing your game continue to grow?
Yeah, just going out there, enjoying the game, having fun with it, and just improving, showing that I've improved my shot, improved my game as a complete player. So just going out there and competing at a high level and trying to win.
Well, what part of your game do you think maybe needs the most growth, and what do you think can be your foundation from day one maybe?
Yeah, I think coming into the league, I'll say just stretching the floor, knocking down catch and shoot threes, spacing the floor, finishing at a high level, and just guarding. But I'll say what probably needs to improve is definitely playmaking. But I think that'll come as long as I keep growing and just with experience.
Obviously, Sam brought up the national championship game, but in that game, obviously, you had a great game, 18 points, the 8 rebounds, 4 threes. What do you think that those big-time games that you were involved with at Florida, how did that prepare you for the next level for a franchise like the Warriors?
Yeah, I feel like it just shows that I'm ready to play at the highest stage, and playing in a game like that and just coming out and competing at a high level and helping my team win, I feel like that shows who I am as a player, and I feel like I'm ready to do that at the next level as well.
RC Davis, Warriors Radio. I always like to ask guys this. Now that you've made the NBA, when did you know that it was more than a dream? When did you know that it was an achievable goal?
I'll probably say I started really noticing probably like my freshman year of college, like it was right there. I had a chance. So, but just knowing that I had a lot more work to do, and I still have that same mindset. It's still a lot more work to do. So just staying humble, not getting content, and just putting in the work to get to where I want to be.
Hi, Will. Chris Alvarez from ABC 7 here in San Francisco. You obviously played here at Chase Center, too, so was it fun to be back? What are your fond memories of that weekend here at Chase in March Madness?
Yeah, it's definitely great to be back. I mean, I was 2-0 when I came here, so definitely got a history of winning, so I'm excited to be back.
A couple fun ones for you. If you weren't a basketball player, you'd be doing what?
I feel like I'd be in NBA front office somewhere or a hibachi chef.
That's a big difference.
Yep.
Let's go on the hibachi chef. Like, what interests you about that?
I've always been like intrigued with like the little tricks and the fire and stuff. Like that's always caught my attention, so I'd say that.
What was your best summer vacation as a kid?
Me and my family used to go to Myrtle Beach a lot as a fam. That was like something we did every year, so I would say that.
Aaron Wilson, Crom for San Francisco. Just interested to know, if you've kind of kept up with the Warriors and how they use their draft picks. A lot of them get some valuable minutes, even in playoff games. Have you looked at that? And when you see that, do you think about, that could be me this coming season?
For sure, yeah. I definitely looked at that, and it's definitely a blessing to be a part of an organization that does use their draft picks in that way. So I'm excited, but I know I just got to put in the work, and when the opportunity presents itself, I'll be ready.
The Warriors run a pretty distinct offensive system.
Mm-hmm.
How do you see yourself fitting in that once your number's cold?
Yeah, I see myself fitting in perfectly. They run a great system, a lot of movement, a lot of threes, good cuts and stuff like that. And I feel like it definitely helps that I came from a system that ran something similar to that. We were always moving, definitely using IQ and stuff to get the best shot available. So I feel like I'll fit in very well.
You guys have any more? Monty, can you hear online there? Can you ask questions if you want to?
I can hear, but no questions.
All right, good stuff. All right, man, a few words. Thank you.